We've been monitoring a controversy that has erupted on the Facebook page of a local chiropractic office.
Our investigation originally showed that this local chiropractor was getting great reviews based on a general Google search.
Yet on his office's public Facebook page, we noted that Dr. Pucka was the subject of complaints about alleged inappropriate comments he allegedly made to female patients in numerous posts by individuals claiming to be his clients. Now, this Lafayette chiropractor is under investigation by the Indiana Attorney General. The investigation centers around accusations of sexual harassment.
Several of his former patients say they've filed complaints accusing him of sexual harassment while under his care. As we reported yesterday, the Indiana Attorney General's office has filed a complaint with the Indiana State Board of Chiropractic Examiners. I sat down with two of his former patients. We do warn you that these allegations are fairly graphic and may be offensive and disturbing for viewers to hear.
I noticed everybody else was out in the open. He has kind of an open concept. Well, he ended up taking me into a back room after I got some x-rays done, and that's where he began to make inappropriate comment after inappropriate comment.
Rachel Prine says she went to the Spine Works in Lafayette March 10th hoping to get some help for a sore neck. However, the 32-year-old says her experience with Dr. James Pucka left her never wanting to go back.
He asked what happened to my neck, and I said I wasn't sure, but I figured I slept on it wrong or I've just pulled a muscle or something. And he asked, are you sure there's not a group of guys who would say differently?
She says the inappropriate comments didn't stop there.
He made at least 5 or 6 different comments about how I should take my clothes off.
Prine says the harassment continued after he took an x-ray.
And he was like, okay, well, right underneath your boobs right here, he called them boobs, he said, which are very nice, I might add.
She then says Pucka allegedly took it a step further.
He pointed to the top, and he was touching the screen where my nipples should be, basically, and he was like, can you feel that?
Prine says in order to show her the treatment for her neck problem, he allegedly pulled up this picture of a woman in bondage.
He said the problem is that it has to be for a full 12 minutes or your neck won't correct itself, basically. He said, so if your boy toy can't handle that, you can come back in and see me, and I can last 12 minutes.
She says Pucka then started talking about her husband's involvement in her treatment.
And he made a comment about me needing to get on my knees for my boy toy, my husband, more often, and I wouldn't have that problem if I would just let him pull my hair.
After leaving, Prine was so offended that she posted her experience on her personal Facebook page.
And as soon as I made the post, I mean, within 5 minutes, I had 3 separate women message me saying they had very similar experiences.
33-year-old Leslie Glossick was one of them.
He took me into a private room and said that it was because he didn't want everyone staring at my
Glossick says her experience was similar to Prine's.
And as soon as we got into the room, then he said I could take off all of my clothes, and I said no.
Glossick says even though she says she told Pucka she didn't find his comments entertaining, he allegedly continued.
He continued to make sexual references, sexual innuendos, talking about his own sex life, things with his wife, referring to his penis and things like that.
Glossick says Pucka's jokes didn't make her feel like she was in a doctor's office.
It made me really uncomfortable. I felt like in any other scenario, I would have thought this man is trying to sleep with me.
Despite multiple positive reviews on the Spineworks Facebook page, there are numerous negative posts and multiple women have reached out to News 18 with similar stories. Prine and Glossick have filed complaints with Lafayette Police and the Indiana Attorney General's office. The Tippecanoe County prosecutor says its investigation is closed and there are no criminal charges being filed against Dr. Pucka. However, the Indiana Attorney General's office has requested an emergency hearing regarding placing Pucka's license on suspension for 90 days before he's scheduled to go before the Indiana Board of Chiropractic Examiners on July 8th. Former employee April Robertson allegedly saw the harassment while working for Dr. Pucka.
I feel like as an employee, I should validate these women and their stories. It's true. It happens. It's not okay. There's tons of women, they're just too scared.
Glossick and Prine say the experience was emotionally traumatic.
What he has done to as many women as he has done this to is damaging. I still haven't gotten care for my own problem because I just don't feel comfortable.
He is a medical doctor. I went to him to have something corrected, not to be consistently sexually harassed.
News 18 has made multiple attempts to reach Dr. James Pucka. He attempted to call us back once. However, since then, he has not responded to multiple calls, emails, or any of our other efforts to contact him. That includes a visit to his office where I was told he was with patients. Coming up tomorrow on News 18 at 5 and 6, we'll hear from former employee April Robertson and her husband, who allegedly witnessed Dr. Pucka behaving inappropriately.